Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of one-variable equations. This is standard 8.8C in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 28 off the 2021 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have the side lengths in yards of a triangle and a square. And so we know that the perimeter of the triangle is equal, there we go, to the perimeter of the square. What is the value of x? So there's x's all over the place there. All right, so let's say the triangle is equal to the square. And let's just start substituting. What do we know? Well, the perimeter of the triangle is just adding up all three sides. And so this is what we're going to get. We're going to get 2x plus 2x plus 7 plus 4x minus 2. All right, all of that is the perimeter of the triangle. And I could do 2.5x plus 2.5x, but you know what? I'm just going to multiply that by 4. There's 4 2.5x's. All right, so that is our equation. There's a lot of x's, but there's only one variable, and it happens to be on both sides of the equation. So let's start simplifying. All right, so we are going to factor out this 2 times the x and then 2 times the 7. So it's going to be 2x plus 2 times 7 is 14. So 2 parentheses x plus 7 is really just 2x plus 14. I'm going to take my parentheses off. It's plus 4x minus 2. We could just take that off. And then 4 times 2.5 is 10. All right, so 10x. So now let's start combining our x's. All right, so I've got 2x and 2x and 4x. So that's 8x. Let's do 14 minus 2. So those are my constants there, so that's 12. So I get 8x plus 12 equals 10x. All right, now that I have all of this, this makes a little bit more sense. Let's look at how we can isolate the variable. And I want to get the variable on one side. I can either subtract 8x from both sides or 10x from both sides, and if it depends on whether I want it on the right or the left. I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides simply because I know that if I can end up with a positive x, it saves me an extra step. If you end up with a negative x, if I were to subtract 10x from both sides, it would work. I would end up with a negative 2x. Ultimately, I would have had to multiply by negative 1 because you never want a negative x, you want a positive x. And that's just one extra step. So I'm going to keep a balanced equation by subtracting 8x from both sides. So that zeroes out right there. 8x take away from 10x is 2x. So really this is what I'm left with. And I'm going to rewrite it up here just for a little bit more space. 2x equals 12. Now I need to isolate that variable. The final step, I've got 2 times x. The opposite of multiplication, or the inverse of multiplication, is division. So we're going to divide that. It looks like x equals 6. Is it really that simple? Well, let's see. What is 6.25? 6 times 2.5. Right, so that is going to be 2.5 times 6. That's 15. All right, so that's 15 times 4. So that's 60 is my total perimeter here. And if I were to put my 6 into each of these, let's see, that's going to be 12. 13, that's going to be 26. 24, that's 22. And then if you add up the 26 and the 22 and the 12, guess what you're going to get? You are going to get your 60 if you add up this and this and this. So we double checked it. It does work. My answer here is H.